How's it going today? My name is Scapenomics and welcome back to another flipping and money making live stream. And today we're working with 2 billion GP, to be exact 2 billion and 48 million GP. And it's sort of the same amount that we had last stream, but the thing is I really haven't been flipping that much this week. So we're going to try to make up for that today, make a couple mils and hopefully do it relatively efficiently. But anyway guys, if you do enjoy any part of the stream today, definitely drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. And let's get into some flipping today, try to find some good margins. And sort of like last stream, I'm gonna try to do one of those more expensive items to see if we can make a little bit of extra profit today, instead of just sitting on a lot of these, medium traded gear related items that we flip a lot. We're gonna try to sneak a T-bow in there or two, okay? And if we can't get a T-bow going, we'll do the scythe or something like that. But just to go ahead and get started here, I'm going to go pull up the prices of the Twisted Bow on the second monitor here. I'm going to be using GE Tracker for that to get a good listing. And wow, it does look like the Twisted Bow has been a little bit volatile here these past couple of hours. So we're going to see if we can pick up a cheap one here, maybe flip one or two around and try to make a quick profit on it. Hopefully we don't lose too much money trying to get this thing bought and sold, but we'll have to see. Let me make sure I don't list too high here. Okay, didn't instant buy, so that's a decent sign so far. We have Lewinteg saying yo, and STW Benny saying, I didn't even know you were streaming today. Well, we do go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and usually Saturdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, for some reason, YouTube hasn't been pushing out a lot of my, live stream notifications. I don't really know why, but anyway, we'll just let that, be a mystery in the YouTube abyss, right? Anyway, guys, let me get into it today. I'm a little bit distracted, but we're definitely going to try to make a couple of million today. We're going to do the primordial boots next, along with some of that gear-related stuff that I was talking about towards the beginning of the stream here. We'll get a little bit of that listed and ready to do its thing. And we're just kind of looking for some decent margins for us to capitalize on today. And I don't see a great margin on these primordial boots, but I'm going to go ahead and flip them anyway. We'll try to get like 3 pairs of them bought or sold or something like that. Now we're going to do the bandos tassets as well and the chest plates. We'll actually do the chest plates first. We'll see if we can make a little bit of profit on that. But basically, very start of my session, cycling through as many items as I can, just trying to see what's going to be good for our session today. And wow, those bandos chest plates are a lot better of a margin on those than I anticipated. So let's go ahead and list a couple of those. We'll also get the bandos tassets going here. There we go. Very nice. And we'll sell those back as well. We'll see what kind of margin we're looking at on those tassets today. I'm hoping we can have a good session today, guys. Maybe a couple mil today. I'm hoping. My goal is at least 3 mil today. And I think, oh, wow, really great margin on the tassets here. I'm thinking if we can at least get a solid couple flips in here, maybe if we get a Twisted Bow bought and sold twice, we should be able to make that 3 mil mark relatively easily. The only reason I'm putting the bar so low today is because these last couple of streams, the profit has just been super bad. So I do want to try to focus and make sure we can actually get at least 3 million GP today, especially considering that I have not done a lot of flipping this week at all. So it would be nice to get at least a little bit of some gains. Let's go ahead and check the margin on the Superior Dragon Bones. We have Michael Ingram saying, what's up, man? We have Forrest Wong saying, hey, good to see both you guys. Thank you for tuning in today. And we also have Chicken Dinner. He says, here we go again. Good to see you live. Let's get some GP today. Chicken, man, I'm on the same page, bro. I want to get a little bit of GP today. Try to secure that bag, if you know what I'm talking about. And just try to get a little bit of extra cash in the stack. Now, my goal for today, like I said, is 3 mil, which is obviously not that crazy of a goal at all. But like I said, the last couple of streams have just been really inconsistent profit-wise, so I want to see if we can, maybe try to maximize that a little bit and get some flips moving and make a little bit of money on top of it today. Now, we're going to do the magic logs here today. Now, the reason I want to do the magic logs is they're not going to do very well for us today, so we're not going to do them, and I won't even mention it. But I do like flipping the magic logs. I find them to be a really good high volume item to flip. They flip very quickly, and they're great if you can get at least like a 5 GP margin on them. That's when I recommend flipping them. And honestly, one of my, not my favorite high volume flips, but definitely one of my go-tos that I always check out. And another one that I always check out as well is the mahogany planks. Mahogany planks are a really good flip as well. The thing with the mahogany plank is they're also very, very high volume, and while they do fluctuate a little bit more than something like the magic log would, you can get a good amount of profit on them. Of course, not today. We'll check out the dragon darts though, because I know those are still a little bit of a funky price considering the toxic blowpipe nerfs that are coming in at some point. By the way, does anyone know when the changes are getting implemented for all this PVM stuff? Because I've heard mixed results on when that's actually coming out. So apparently it was like delayed or something like that. I don't know. Carlos Hernandez says, hi, how long ago did the live show? Good luck today with those sales, bro. Thank you, Carlos. I don't know what you mean by the live show, but we're here today flipping for you live right now, so hopefully you're enjoying that. We also have Mike LaPanda saying, dang, the margin on the tacits. I know, they're probably crashing on us, to be quite honest, but I do want to see if I can flip them, because if we can get that margin, I'll be very happy about that. And I just want to make sure I am selling for around the right price, and I don't think I actually am, so I need to make sure that I am actually, okay. It's what is it, Flipping Utilities price did an update, so I just want to make sure I'm actually getting it right before I go ahead and list these things back. You know, there would be nothing worse than selling them back instantly and just losing that entire margin. So we're just making sure we get that right today, and I think we've got it right. So we're all good from there. But anyway, guys, welcome to the live stream today. I hope you're having a great day. Have you been flipping a lot on the Grand Exchange today? Let me know. This is my first flipping session of the day, so we'll see what we can make today. And I would like to make a video today as well, but I'm hoping I can do it after this. So we'll have to see if we have the time for that. We have Guarin say, I have to go pick up my groceries, but I'm leaving the stream on for my dogs. Guarin, man, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And let me know what you get at the grocery store, man. Hopefully you get something good and pick up some candy or something, okay? Or beer, you know, whatever your thing is. Mike LaPanda says they're going to postpone it, but no clue until when. If they're postponing it indefinitely with no further date on it, that makes me think that they probably want to do more reworks on the changes, right? I don't think they're final if that's the case. I could be wrong, though. But, like, it's very weird for a game company to indefinitely delay something if they don't plan on making further changes to it. So that'll be interesting to see if they come out with any new updates for some of those items. Maybe they're going to do a little bit of a rework on some things. I wouldn't be surprised to see if the Dragon Warhammer actually ended up getting a... what is it called? A attack requirement as well, along with the strength requirement. So we'll have to see if that's the case. I know a lot of people have been complaining about that on the Reddit. And oh my goodness, we are already at 1.3 mil. It's looking really good today. We also saw a pretty good margin on those amulets of torture as well. So that'll be interesting to see if we can actually get a few of those traded back and forth for the margin that we were advertised. That makes me think the necklace of anguish probably has a good margin as well. So we'll have to go ahead and check that out and see if that is the case. And I'm really hoping it is, man. I want some good flips today. Wow, super solid margin on the tortures, or the anguish here today, excuse me. The tortures had a good margin too, but this is just incredible. So we're going to go ahead and list 7 of the necklaces of anguishes. Hopefully we can flip them today. I really am hoping, and it's actually looking really good right now. Looks like we're trading a lot of things very quickly right off the bat, which is what I like to see, because these last couple of sessions we've had on the live streams have been very stale, and we haven't had a lot of profit moving. So I don't want to jinx it, of course, but it is looking pretty good for us right now. Now I do want to go ahead and flip the Armadillo crossbow. I do think it is going to be a volatile item, again, considering the updates. Probably trying to find a new price as the... oh, wow. 1K margin. Really good margin on that thing. No, we're definitely going to avoid that today. But we did get the primordial boots off, which is great. And we're going to knock up the Twisted Bow offer as well, just because we have been sitting on it for about 8 minutes, and we haven't gotten one quite yet. So we're going to knock that up maybe about 500K. It does look like the Twisted Bow is pretty volatile within the past, like, 12 hours or so, so I want to make sure we are adjusting that price around a fair bit, because if an item is very volatile, the price is going to be moving a lot, and we don't know where that thing is exactly trading around. They're going to stream about it tomorrow, says Mike LaPanda. Interesting. I'm expecting maybe some more changes, some more further changes. That'll be a very interesting stream. And I don't think the team usually streams on Thursdays, so must be something relatively important. Wow, Overscales have a 5 GP margin, says STW Benny. We'll definitely check them out, man. I mean, I haven't done Overscales on stream in quite some time, so we're going to go ahead and put that in here. We have Ice saying hello. Good to see you, Ice. Thank you for tuning in today. Hopefully you are enjoying the live stream. Definitely drop a like if you are. Really does help me out a lot. Now let's go ahead and check the Overscale margin here, which, wow, it wasn't a 5 GP margin for us, but it is a very good margin nonetheless. I think it was like a 3 GP margin there, so we're going to see if we can flip a few of those. We also have 532 mil left, so let's go ahead and do the Dragon Hunter crossbow. Now, I do expect, again, this thing to be a little bit more volatile today than it typically would be, which is good for a flipping standpoint. So we'll see if we can make a little bit of money on that. It's actually not that great of a margin, but definitely worth flipping nonetheless. We'll go ahead and buy 3 of them right off the bat, and we'll see if we can get those going. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the stream, and let's try to make a little bit of money today. Like I stated in the beginning, the goal for our profit today is 3 million. And yes, I know that's not a super high goal at all, but the last couple of streams have been very, very stale from a profit standpoint. So I want to make sure we can get back on top of it, get back on the horse, and make up some mills today, especially since I haven't done any flipping today, and I didn't do any flipping yesterday. And the last time that I flipped was Monday during the live stream. So I really have not been flipping that much. We've got to get back on the horse and make some profit today, guys. Anyway, if you are enjoying the live stream, please do drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so hopefully you do enjoy it. And on top of it all, if you would like, you can join us on our Discord group with the link in the description below. Anyway, guys, let's make some profit, man. Oh, Hassam Qureshi says, what is the best solo money making in game these days? Flipping is definitely my #1 rated money maker. And the reason that is because flipping scales to the amount of cash that you have, right? So the more money you make, with, you know, any money making method, the more money you're going to be able to make by flipping items on the Grand Exchange. This is a concept called leverage, where the more money you have, the more items you can trade, and the higher the items you can trade, and the more influence you can have on a margin, or on, not really on a margin, but on an item itself. I'm not doing a great explanation of how leverage works, but basically the more money you make, the more money you're going to be able to make, and it's just a really, really effective money maker and scales to the amount of cash that you have. Also, it requires absolutely 0 PVM related skills, which is a plus, for me at least. I mean, I'm really bad at PVM, so I can only speak to myself for that one, but yes, I mean, I love flipping. I think it's the #1 moneymaker. The only moneymaker that rivals flipping at, you know, at high capacities is very efficient Theater of Blood. So if you're someone who's not super dedicated to PVM, or it's not maybe your main focus, flipping is an amazing way to make money in game. And in my opinion, is by far the best way. Anyway, we did get those Dragon Hunter crossbows off really, really quickly. It makes me think we can probably knock them up for a higher price on the sell offer. Maybe raise the offer by about 25 to 50k on each Dragon Hunter crossbow. We might be able to sell those off for a little bit of an additional profit. Ice says, good luck with those flips. Thank you, Ice. Do appreciate it. He says, is it worth trying to flip in free-to-play, do you think? Ice, it absolutely is. If you're in free-to-play and you have no, you know, really no goal to buy it, like, if you're not going to pay for a membership in free-to-play, then the only real moneymaker that's going to make you a decent GP per hour is flipping in free-to-play. And even in free-to-play, you're not going to be able to make that much, but I did release a guide on how you can make 700k an hour in free-to-play. So if you are interested in that, you can go check out my channel and find that video, or if you don't want to look through all the videos on my channel, you can just search like 700k an hour in free-to-play on YouTube, and I'm sure it will come up. And if it doesn't come up, then I'm failing as a content creator. Anyway, we do have 245 mil here, so we're going to recycle that into another flip. I'm going to say, let's see, 245 mil. Let's try the Toxic Blowpipe. It's not going to use all of our money, but again, the Toxic Blowpipe is probably a little bit more volatile than it usually is, considering all of the update hype. So let's go ahead and try to trade a few of these. Looks like we're clearing over a 10k margin on each one, which means I'm going to go ahead and flip that, considering how quick of a flip it actually is. Hassam says, what does it take to make 50 mil a day with flipping? I mean, how much capital do I need? It really depends. Like, if you're trying to clear 50 mil a day with, like, I mean, how many hours would you spend flipping? That's really the main thing, right? And it depends. Like, usually I spend maybe an hour and a half a day flipping, maybe 2 hours on a good day. So I would say, try to make 50 mil a day with how much I play, you're going to need at least like 2.53 bill, I would say, to comfortably be able to make 50 mil. Comfortably make 50 mil. And that includes overnights as well. You need a lot of money for that. But I mean, if you're flipping like, 12 hours a day, you probably don't need as much capital to get that 50 mil mark, but it's not going to be an easy journey to get 50 mil a day unless you are really solid on your overnights and you get really lucky. So just tuned in and you're already at a 2 mil profit, says Saints fan in van. Crazy, man. Dude, the margins have been really good for us today. We're trying to get a nice twisted bow flipped as well. And I'm hoping that we can actually trade one. And if we can, then we're going to be even more in the profit. Now, it does look like the twisted bow over on GE Tracker is a little bit more volatile than it usually is. These past couple of hours on it have been a little bit sketchy. So finding the price on that twisted bow is going to be a little bit difficult if I had to guess. Yeah, maybe 3 hours. Yeah, you want at least 2-3 bill, I would say. And that's like dedicated, like you're an experienced flipper and you really know what you're doing. Like 50 mil a day flipping is not easy at all. Mark Baker says, yo, what's good, fam? Just found out I'm having a son. Wow, Mark, that's awesome, man. Congratulations on that. I'm assuming you found that out today, maybe even an hour ago or so, but congratulations to you, man. That's crazy. I don't think I'm ready for that in my life personally, but all the best to you, man. Good luck with the pregnancy. And obviously you're not pregnant, I would assume, but you're with your wife or your girlfriend or whatever the case may be. Anyway, we did sell, that was such an awkward response. We did sell those necklaces of anguish, so we have those sold off. We have 306 mil in the stack, though, to go ahead and put into another item. And I would like to do some of the wilderness stuff today, so stuff that is primarily related to the wilderness. So I would like to do the Elder Maul first, and then, I know it's not really related to the wilderness that much, but I sort of feel like it is, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do the Elder Maul first. Maybe we'll do the crossbow and the Vigorous chain mace after that, as long as we can hunt a good margin on it. Now, the crossbow and the Vigorous chain mace are actually pretty solid flips that I keep forgetting to do on live stream, and I keep forgetting to showcase them and how powerful they really are. So I really do like flipping a lot of the wilderness items, especially the ones that come from wilderness bosses, just because the volumes on them usually aren't that crazy high, besides maybe like the dragon pickaxe is like the only one I could think of, but relatively low competition as well on those things, and they're usually in decent demand too. So all positives around the board on those items. Ice says, love the positivity. Ice, I just love flipping, man. I can't help it. I love streaming. I love flipping. So every time I come up on here, I'm very excited to be here. And it's an honor flipping for you guys here today. Now, we did go ahead and sell those dragon darts, and we only had half the quantity of them, and we still made 100K on those. So actually very, very solid gains on those dragon darts. Did I say dragon crossbows? I meant dragon darts. But speaking of dragon crossbows, we will take a look at a couple of those. Some items I'm thinking about cycling into next, though, as long as, they're more valuable items, would be the Dragon Claws is probably a decent one for us to give a shot today. Maybe the Dragon Hunter Lance as well, but, oh my, holy moly. Must be a good day for us today. I don't know, but this is going to be pretty... Oh, wait, I didn't mean to do the unstrung one. Wait, was that unstrung? Oh, yeah, oops. That was close. That's okay. In my opinion, you don't ever want to flip the unstrung dragon crossbows because the volume is too low. They're not crazy in demand, and you just don't really want to risk buying into those at a bad time. Okay, so we're gonna do, of course, the dragon crossbow is a lot worse of a margin. So we'll go ahead and flip a few of those. Let's see. Sorry, so many comments I gotta catch up to. Hey, everyone. How's it going, guys? We have Mark Baker saying, thank you. Sorry, I just found out why I'm late to the stream. I have 2 girls, so a boy is a big deal to me. No, bro, you're good, man. I'm so happy for you, Mark, and congrats on the son, dude. That's awesome. Hassam says, would you assume, dude, you have a great sense of humor? I don't really think I'm that funny. But anyway, Floor Tile says, been sending your link to my Discord, gang. Hopefully you've been getting you some viewers. Thank you, Floor Tile, man. Seriously, I appreciate that. Hopefully, the people you're bringing in are finding it helpful. Hopefully I'm helping them and coaching them through getting a little bit of that stack up, you know what I mean? Because I'm all about that money management in old school RuneScape, making sure you have enough money at any point in time to buy the items and the gear that you want. Or maybe you're just trying to train your account up and you need a lot of money for like construction or something like that. And, not not everyone has like 100 or 200, 300 mil they can just drop at any point. And my goal is to like teach people how to utilize the Grand Exchange so they can honestly have as much cash on hand as they really ever want or need in the game. Because my goal is, look, if you don't have your money up in RuneScape, you don't have your coin up, you're not going to have a good time, okay? You know, you don't want to go to raids and budget gear all the time. Eventually, you want to get to a state where you've got everything on lock, you've got all the gear you want, all the skills, or literally, you know what I mean, okay? You want money in game, okay? What's wrong with that? Regardless. Alharith says, yo, what's up? Good to see you, Alharith. Thank you for tuning in today. And we're going to knock the Twisted Bow up another quantity here, giving it about another 650k bump in the upward direction. So we're already about 1.2 mil over where we originally listed the Twisted Bow, trying to find a margin on that. I have zero idea where it's trading, so if anyone has the slightest clue, definitely let me know. Would appreciate it. Mark Baker says, flipping Sarah swords while AFK Nightmare Zone to 99 defense by this Sunday. Fingers crossed Sarah's go up to 35 mil. I'm assuming you mean Sarah God swords. Good luck on that, Mark, man. I haven't looked at it. I cannot, you know, give you my 2 cents on that one, but hopefully it goes well for you and you make a little bit of cash. Now, we do have 2.4 mil in the bank already, or in the stack, I guess. So we're going to go back and sell these Amulets of Torture here, see if we can make a little bit of money on those. And hopefully the margin has not come down a little bit. I'm really hoping it hasn't, but we should be in an okay situation on that. People ask me how to make money. I do the Sand Casino. I said if you want a real gangster to learn from, check out Scape a few times a week. Thank you, Floor Tile, man. Hopefully people have checked it out and they like it. And of course, anyone is welcome to message me at any time if they're trying to learn how to flip in old school RuneScape. And if you want that personal contact with me, Discord is definitely the best place to do it. So we have a Discord group dedicated to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape. We have a ton of beginners in there, a ton of experienced players as well. And we'd love to have you in there as well if you're learning how to flip and you just want a little bit more coaching. I mean, I think the biggest thing about the Discord is, one, you have like-minded people in there who are also trying to learn how to flip, and two, we have a bunch of flipping resources in there that you can use. We have a huge flipping list in case you don't know what items to flip with your cash stack and things like that, and we've got it all figured out for you in there, okay? Sold my last T-Bow for 1.125 bill. Wow. Wait, let me, Alharith, I'll trade you in 1 sec. Let me just sell these back. And let's see. Should be like, we're not really going to make a lot of money on that Dragon Crossbow, by the way. It's just a pretty small margin, but the thing is, you could trade so many of them in a short amount of time, so it's kind of worth getting. World of RS says, hey, Sierra, I hope you saw getting my 15 mil Dragon Hunter crossbow flip. I didn't see your flips, World, but happy birthday, man. I forgot to message you and say happy birthday. So everyone give World of RS a happy birthday in the chat. But here we have Alharith coming in with the 13,000 vials of water. We're going to add that to the stack today. Thank you, Alharith, man. Do appreciate it. I know you know the meme, bro. I know you know it. And I think we're up to 24 million vials of water completely viewer donated right here. All viewer donations on these vials of water. So Alharith, thank you, man. Do appreciate it. And yeah, we're just gonna let everything sit for now. Hopefully we can get some stuff moving here. Waiting a little bit longer on the toxic blowpipes here and the Bandos chestplate, although I don't really think they're gonna do too much at this point. I definitely did not just spill water down my face. Anyway, I guess we'll knock this Twisted Bow up a little bit. If what Mega is saying is true, we're a little bit low on the listing. Okay, good to see. Anyway, everyone, give World of RS a happy birthday in the chat, guys. Definitely, he's been a long-time viewer. He's supported the channel a ton in the past and currently, so definitely give him a happy birthday. It is well-deserved. Wesley Z says, thanks for what you are doing. Following you now for 3 days. Already made 3 million GP. Congrats, Wesley, man. He says, love your 10 to 100 mil series. Helped me out a lot. Cannot wait for episode 19. I'll try to get it out as soon as I can, but honestly, it's just a series that I upload kind of sporadically, so I really should just lock it down, record a few episodes, and get it done, but I really have not dedicated the time to it. So I'm glad you are finding the series helpful. Hopefully the live streams have helped you out as well, maybe with some future item ideas or just like some personal tips you've picked up along the way. But Wesley, man, thank you for tuning in today live. I do appreciate it, man. Just turned 28 and 25 feels like yesterday. Time goes too quick to hold on to. LOL, says Mark. Dude, you tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. Regardless, though, guys, we have everything listed here right now. You know, we don't have any luck selling these Elder Malls yet. You know, it's weird. Like, me and the Elder Mall, we have a very confusing relationship. Sometimes they work out for me, and sometimes they don't, and I just cannot decide if it is a good flip or not. Like, sometimes I flip it, sometimes I don't. When I'm not flipping it, it seems to make other people money, and when I flip it, I don't make anything. It's kind of one of those situations. Do you guys have an item like that, like, works for everyone else, but it just doesn't work for you? I definitely have a few of them myself. But anyway, let's go ahead and list these toxic blowpipes back onto the Grand Exchange here because we're not buying any more at this point. So we're going to do a little bit lower on the toxic blowpipes. They should sell pretty quick. We do have the Elder Mall selling as well, so that is a good sign. And we're about to hit our profit goal on the stream today, which is great. So maybe we'll try to knock that up a little bit and see if we can maybe get 5 mil on today's stream. I mean, we're only 30 minutes in, and right now we're making about 6.7 mil an hour. So our average is really, really solid across the board. So I don't see why we can't extend the gains a little bit further and try to push another like 2 mil out of this. It took me a minute to calculate how much more we needed. Oh man. Anyway, let's go ahead and put these back in. We're going to do a full limit of 7. We're just going to risk it. I mean, we do have the capital on hand, so we might as well put it to work. And literally one twisted but flip, guys. That's going to take us there, man. Pegasians for me, says Avon. Dude, like, Pegasians for me as well, man. For some reason, they work for other people. They don't work super well for me. That being said, overnight, I do have success on the Pegasian boots. But actively, I never do. Primordials, on the other hand, though, I can always flip in an active session for a decent bit of profit. We did get the Amulets of Torture off, so that is nice. Coming up on that 3 mil mark super, super quick. And I would like to flip the Justiciar Face Guard next. Now, we haven't really done a great amount of these past, like, 2 streams, I think. So we're going to see if we can get a little bit of profit going on them today. Who knows? Maybe we've got an over-the-top margin here. Doesn't seem to be the case, but definitely still a little bit of profit to be had on those. Wesley says, first time watching live. I assumed it was, Wesley. Hopefully you're enjoying the experience so far, and let me know if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to flipping. These live streams are to give you guys like some more tips and strategies that you can flip with, and just showcase some items, sit back, relax, have a good time together, and just have a fun stream. I mean, I love streaming, dude. Like, I really do. I really wish I could do more streaming, but the thing is, I don't want to do too much streaming to the point where I can't make videos, and it's already kind of at that point where I'm struggling to find time for videos, and I really don't want the video side of my content to be neglected, because I think in that guide format, there's a lot more I can teach you guys that you guys can benefit from, and it's really good for discoverability as well, making videos and video series. And look, they're both really fun, streaming and making videos, but they're a different kind of fun. Now, I like the live streams are my favorite because I get to interact with you guys. But regardless, we're getting off topic here, guys. Let's go ahead and put another flip into the Grand Exchange here. 47 mil on hand. Let's try the Oak Plank next. Oak Plank should be a pretty... Actually, we're not going to do the Oak Plank. We're going to do the... U Longbow next, actually. Now, the U Longbow is a very high volume flip, believe it or not, but the margins on them tend to be quite good. As long as you can clear... Well, it's not going to be good for us today. We'll check the Magic Longbow, though. You can honestly find, like, easily 7 GP margins on the U Longbows most of the time. So if you're someone who flips a lot of high volume items, definitely do not neglect the Magic Longbows and the U Longbows. They're really solid flips. And I don't really know why they're so good. I think people just fletch them a lot, so that makes them a really decent flip. Anyway, we do have about 17,000, and the limit on them is 17,000 every 4 hours, which is super high as well. But anyway, we have them listed. Let's go ahead and flip the Grimy Ranar Weed as well in place. That way we have two kind of like passive flips here that should make us some money over the length of the stream. Hopefully we can sell them back at the end for a little bit of an additional gain. And that way we can start to manage some of our other margins here and see if we can get a decent profit on some other stuff. We're going to go ahead and list the limit, which is about 11,000 Grimy Ranar Weed, and they're going to run us about, what was that, like 70 mil, I think we put into that flip, so we'll let that sit for a little bit. Now, we do have the Dragon Hunter Lance. We're going to knock that down to a little bit smaller of a margin than I originally anticipated, but we're still going to be making a decent bit of profit on them, and the Bandos chest plates are just rotting on the Grand Exchange right now, so let's go back and sell those back too, and try to secure our profit. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream today, please drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe or follow the channel if you are new around here and you'd like to see more content like this. I'm always bringing these live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy, so I literally would really appreciate if you guys joined us. And thank you for the follow, Iron. Man, I do appreciate it. Welcome to the flipping team, and I hope you're enjoying the live stream, man. Seems like you are. Now, yeah, there's not too much to say besides that. I do have a small announcement. This will be the last stream until next Wednesday. I'm doing a little bit of a weekend trip, you know, Valentine's Day in the US, so, and worldwide, I guess. So, I have some weekend plans. I'm not going to be streaming until next Wednesday, okay? I do apologize, but there's going to be a week of pretty much no live streams, but we will be back with fire on next Wednesday, okay? So I do apologize. We'll announce it at the end of the stream as well, so people are reminded, and I'll schedule the next stream for next Wednesday, so you guys are aware. Regardless, though, Ice says, does the GE show when you've reached the limit of buying an item? So the Grand Exchange does not, Ice, but this plugin you see on the side called Flipping Utilities will actually show you when you hit an item limit. So this plugin will tell you, but the Grand Exchange will not tell you. Valentine's Day. Hey, yes, some Valentine's Day plans. They're not that exciting, but they are plans. And I won't be at my apartment. Otherwise, I would keep streaming. I thought your party hat was a yarmulke, says Dusky Beats. It was too far back, man. I moved it up so you could see it better, okay? How's that look? Josh Jones says, yo, good to see you, Josh Jones. Thank you for tuning in. We have Con Jr. saying, why do you block out the prices? Basically, I have to block out the prices because if I don't, people will snipe my prices while I'm streaming. And then all of the items that I'd like to trade, I can't really end up trading. So unfortunately, I do have to block them out. Although, trust me, it is not my preference to block out prices. I streamed I think we did 150 streams before I ever blocked any prices. So, I mean, it is more of a recent thing, and I wish I didn't have to, but unfortunately, well, you know, it's like a good and a bad thing, right? It's yes, it's good because the streams became so popular, and a lot of people are discovering the content, so obviously that's a plus, but obviously it's a minus because you can't see the prices, and I can't, coach people through the price movements as much. Snipers ruin everything. I know, Con, man. Tell me about it, dude. Tell me about it. Regardless, though, Con with the follow, man. Thank you, dude. Do appreciate it. Welcome to the flipping team, and hopefully you are enjoying your time here. It seems like you are with the follow. And let me know if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to flipping. But besides that, let's make some money, guys. I do want to see if we can actually flip some of those new armor sets. What was it called? The Blood Bark? I want to see if we can, trade a few of these. Maybe see, what kind of margins we're looking like on that. I literally have no idea, actually. Actually, I don't really want to do that. I really don't want to do that. Let's do something else beforehand. Let's do the Diamond Dragon Bolts E next. I'm just, trying to think, what I can flip with 115 mil. That's not going to take super long. I mean, we could do, the Bandos God Sword or the Armadillo God Sword. So, maybe we'll actually do that instead. Seems to be maybe a little bit better of a flip considering we do have 115 mil. If we did something that was super high volume, we'd only be deploying maybe 25% of that stack. So we want to make sure we're using all of our capital efficiency and efficiently. God, not efficiency. We want to be using our capital efficiently. Oh my, I am slurring today. I don't know if it's because I'm tired or what the deal is. but I haven't been drinking, I promise, okay? But yeah, we're trying to use that capital efficiently, and that's a big focus of mine that I try to teach people who are like more intermediate or advanced flippers, is try to make sure when you are flipping that you're using your capital as efficiently as possible. You don't want items sitting for too long. You don't want your money invested into flips you don't think are going to work out too well. You know, you want to make sure, like, if I have like 1.1 bill sitting on the sidelines, it's actually a really detrimental to my profit per hour. So we're trying to avoid that as best we can. Anyway, we did list the Twisted Bow back up for about another 650k bump in the upward direction. We're basically up about 2.5 mil from where we originally listed the item, so we'll have to see if we can actually get one today. I am hoping we can, man. Floor Tile says, toss me a trade. Coming your way, man. Let's see what you've got for us. 126,000 vials of water and a bucket helmet G. Yo, you can keep the bucket, man. I just want the vials of water if you don't mind. But Floor Tile, man, thank you for the vials of water, dude. 126k vials. Keep the bucket, bro. No worries on that one. And it's freaking crazy. 126k vials of water, dude. Thank you so much, bro. Floor Tile coming in with the massive donation. We'll check out and we'll see if we can get, yeah, 24 million vials of water still, guys. The goal is to eventually get to 100 mil vials. When that day happens, it's going to be revolutionary on the channel, okay? That's going to be like as hype as when we hit max cash, which was recently as well. So anyway. Saintsman in Van says, what are some of your favorite items to flip in the 15 to 25 mil range? I'll do one right now for you, but it's going to be the oak planks. Mahogany planks are really good. Magic logs, longbow, magic longbow is really good as well. Amethyst crystal, that is a sleeper right there. Sometimes those amethyst crystals can make you a lot of money, so I definitely keep that in your flipping list as well. Besides that, I do a lot of consumables when I flip with like under 50 mil, so sharks, monkfish, manta rays, but I'm sure you already know about those. Bubbly Boy, no, you cannot share a link. I do apologize. Noob says, holy 24 million vials. Why? So, you know, the reason I have so many vials of water is because long ago we had this channel meme of me drinking water, and over time it just kind of like died out. But the vials of water, it just turned into this collection that I started. And those 24 million vials are all donations from you guys. So I have bought 0 vials of water. That is all you guys. And we must have 100 mil in vials at this point, which is freaking crazy. Anyway, let me go ahead and put another flip in here, guys. Mike90B saying, what's up? Good to see you, Mike. Thank you for tuning in today. Now, I do want to try maybe the Imbued Heart next. We'll give that a run here on the Grand Exchange today. And we did get all of the magic longbows as well. So let's turn around and sell those. Try to manage everything we have here really quick. And we'll check the margin on this Imbued Heart as well. Hopefully we can get some profit rocking on this thing, because we haven't really had a good Imbued Heart flip in quite a few streams. So let's go ahead and get one of those going. Noob says, that is absolutely wild, man. You're going to dump them all when you get to 100 mil vials. So what I said I would do is, when I get to 100 mil vials, we'll do a 100 mil drop party. And we haven't decided yet, okay? But I might drop all of the vials for someone to pick up. Okay, so we haven't decided for sure, but, you know, I might drop all the vials just to be like, thank you guys, and give it back to the channel and things like that. But again, we'll do at least a 100 mil drop party when we get to 100 million vials. So that's at least something to look forward to. And the great thing that we have with my community is, anytime we do any kind of giveaway, usually other people from our Discord group, they tend to throw in money as well. So it's never just the money that I contribute. It's always like people tuning in and pitching in their money as well, which is like, dude, it baffles my mind how willing people are to like donate to drop parties and things like that. So I can't only, you know, give it all to myself. It's basically 100% you guys when it comes to those drop parties. And the reason we're going to have that drop party is because of the channel in itself and all of your contributions, in-game contributions, that is. Imagine picking up 100 mil noted vials. I know, like, it would be crazy. It's probably worth something, like, if you were to just sell it to, like, some bulk trader or something, it probably has some value to it. Bimmer giving us a follow over on Twitch. Thank you, man. Do appreciate it. Welcome to the flipping team. Let me know if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything like that. I'll definitely help you out. Now, while I do want to flip those oak planks, we're not really having a ton of luck on them. So I'm thinking we maybe go ahead and get a Sanguesti staff or two right here. Wow, looks like that Sanguesti staff is coming right back up in price, boys. It's probably got a nice margin on it right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. All right, it's time. You know, the Sanguesti is like a really interesting one because, you know, obviously Sanguesti staff, very profitable item, but it's, for me, for some reason, I'm like not on the great side of the Sanguesti staff. Sometimes I make a lot of money on it, and sometimes I lose a lot of money. I mean, we had the stream where I lost 6 mil on Sanguesti staffs in like 45 minutes. So, you know, it's very possible to get burned on the Sanguesti staff, but it's also very possible to make a lot of money. Let's go back and sell these Bandos chest plates here, guys. We can't sell them for where I was hoping we would, so I need to check and make sure the listing on this is actually correct. It should be, but... yeah, okay, we're good on that. We're still in a profitable range, so it's not like we're losing money on it quite yet, but we definitely have to keep a close eye on it, considering we've had them for about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. Ice says free-to-play item margins are jumping like crazy right now. 1 second they're 10 GP, the next second they're 0 GP. I mean, finding good margins in free-to-play is a challenge, right? Because basically any player in the game can flip free-to-play items. Free-to-play players and members players. So they're some of the most highly traded and competitive items in the game, and they're hard to find good margins on. That's why I came out with that like 700k an hour in free-to-play guide, because I was trying to teach people like, this is how, you know, 700k an hour is not that much, but in free-to-play, that's a good amount of money. And if you can make that in free-to-play, you're doing pretty well off for yourself, and you'll actually be able to make a bond eventually if you are dedicated, right? So that was like the main focus behind it, was just revealing my best moneymaker in free-to-play, but it does require 2 accounts, and it does require 55 magic, so it's not like the easiest, most accessible thing, but then again, it's actually not that hard to achieve either way. I watched it. Oh, Ice, let me know what you thought, man. But anyway, Peppa Chicken says, I got bored of RS, I gave all my GP away, now I'm doing 0 to 1 bill goal. Peppa Chicken, man, good luck. Is that flipping only, or is that everything, man? Let me know how it's going. How much money do you have so far? I'm actually curious to know. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in today. Do appreciate it. Be sure to drop a like over on YouTube if you are enjoying. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. And let's make some money, guys. Once my account is not trade restricted, says Bimmer, I'll be doing some flipping to hopefully make some money. Dude, I mean, flipping, in my opinion, is the best moneymaker in RuneScape. It scales to how much money you have. It's, you know, it's AFK. You know, you're not risking any gear or anything like that. If you leave your computer and walk away, you're not really at risk of too much, except maybe losing a little bit of money if you're not paying attention, right? But it's honestly just such a good moneymaker, and it's so underutilized in the game that it's like every player should know how to flip. I mean, it's just integral to having a big bank in RuneScape. JR says, I'm a new member and low-level stats of 30. In 3 days, I made 4.2 mil. Any advice? That's really good, man. 3 days, like, on a fresh account with low stats. I mean, 4.2 mil is really, really great. If you want to do some flipping, I highly recommend trying to get that cash tag up to about 5 million GP. That is the absolute minimum that I recommend people try to learn how to flip with, because if you flip with, like, even with 5 mil, flipping is not going to make you that great of profit per hour because you don't have access to a lot of items. So I highly recommend people get 10 mil before they start, but if you want to learn, then 5 mil absolute minimum. But again, it's not going to make you a super profitable GP per hour price, or won't be a super profitable GP per hour moneymaker. So that's why I always recommend people try 10 mil, because the thing is, if you're flipping with 10 mil, you actually are going to see the power of flipping and how much money you can make with it, and that's going to motivate you to flip more. With 5 mil, you're probably not going to see that. It's going to be a little bit harder to learn how to flip. 3K Skill says, hey man, thanks for the Dragon Arrow tip. No problem, dude. He says, managed to get around 100k over the last day. Super good item for you then, man. Congrats on that. Bimmer says, I know the basics. It's more finding the items worth investing in. That's what I got to work on. Yeah, what I always recommend people do here on the channel, and if you need a good starting point, Bimmer, we do have a Discord that has a flipping list in it, so that might help you out with some basic items. But what I always recommend people do when they start flipping is create a list of items, right? Whether someone else recommended it to you and you try it out, or you just explore the Grand Exchange and you find this item and write it down on a list. This is integral to making a good profit per hour. I mean, especially when you're new to flipping, because you're going to forget all of the items that have been good for you and that have maybe burned you in the past, right? So you want to write down the items that are working out a ton for you and that are making you a good amount of profit. For me, I don't really write down items anymore because I already have a list, and I don't even really reference my list that much either, because honestly, I do so much flipping that I don't really forget what I need to flip for the most part. But what I would like to know is the price on this freaking Twisted Bow, man. We're trying to get a Twisted Bow bought and sold here, and we just cannot find it for the life of us. So I'm slowly hiking that profit mark up, and I don't even know where it's trading around. I'm trying to get a good listing off GE Tracker, try to see where it is. But again, it's just, you know, a little bit outdated. We can't actually find where this thing is. So we'll just be patient, try to get one of these coming in here. Mark TMN says you could try the third age robe. I had a mil margin an hour ago. I don't really flip third age very often at all, and I don't think I'm going to do it on live stream either, but thank you for the recommendation, man. Hopefully you've been flipping it and making some good profit on it as well. Jer says, I was buying green dragon hide and converting it to dragon leather. I'm making 570k per hour. That's really good, man. I would just do that for like another hour, and then you can make your way to the Grand Exchange and start your flipping journey, man. As long as like flipping is something you'd like to do, that's like one thing, right? If you're not motivated to flip, or if you don't enjoy flipping, you're probably not going to default to flipping too much. But in my opinion, though, flipping is the most sustainable and the best way to build a bank. Well, we did get that Sanguesti off, which is awesome. Let's try that dragon, what is it? The Warhammer. I'm a little bit scared to flip this just because, like, last time we tried this, it was completely crashing on us. And I think it did cost us a couple 100k trying to get in on these. So we'll have to see if we can maybe change that today, see if we can get some, oh, wow, really bad margin on it. Never mind, we're not going to flip that. We'll do maybe the Zamorakian Hassa. Sorry, my voice is a little bit like dried out today, or like tired. I don't really know why. Do I sound different? I don't know. Probably not. But anyway, we'll go ahead and trade a few of these Zamorakian Hassas. We'll go ahead and get about 7 of those going here. Yeah, 750k an hour with like no stats on your account is like really good. I would love that, honestly. What are we at? 3.6 mil right now. Let's see, about 46 minutes into the stream. Again, I'm hoping to hit that 5 mil mark here by the hour mark. So if we get lucky on these Sanguestis, we will be able to get there. I'm also going to cut back on the imbued hearts as well, because we have been waiting for about 5 minutes to get one in, and we still haven't gotten one. So we're going to sell those back. I do want to keep things moving as quickly as we can here. And again, trying to get that Twisted Bow. I mean, it's only going to take like 1 or 2 Twisted Bow trades to really get us over that profit mark. So again, just slowly hunting that margin, looking out, seeing where it might be trading around, and hoping for the best as far as buying one of those up goes. Chicken Dinner says, have you checked the Tormented bracelets? You've done the Anguish, etc., and they had a good margin. I haven't checked them yet, so that is one that we can try. It does look like the Magic Longbows might be giving us a little bit of trouble today, but if we do sit on that margin, I'm pretty confident it will sell. So again, that's just another situation where we need to be a little bit patient on that item and just kind of wait for it to go in our favor. We could sell them back for a loss and clear up that spot, but it's probably really not worth it, to be honest. But yeah, we'll definitely go ahead and give those Tormented bracelets a shot. The only one that I really don't flip, you know, my priority for flipping the Zenyte jewelry is usually the Anguish first, then the Amulet of Torture, then the Tormentor Bracelet, and then the Ring of Suffering. And the only reason I say Ring of Suffering last is because the Ring of Suffering I find is the most inconsistent of the Zenyte items. It can have really great margins as well, but it is just not that consistent, and that's why I don't really like flipping it. When I flip, I look for the most consistent stuff, the stuff that's gonna net me a profit like 9 times out of 10 and without too much hassle. I feel like most of you guys probably agree with that, right? Would you prefer a massive profit on an item, but maybe like a more difficult time trading it, or a quicker profit, a more consistent profit, but not as much profit? Let me know what you would actually prefer. JR says, can you mention some items to flip for 5 mil players? Sure, man. If you're flipping with 5 mil, you're going to want to start with only high volume items, okay? So don't focus on anything that has a lot of lower volume. So some great items you can start out with are runes. So blood runes, death runes, law runes, nature runes, really good. Wrath runes are good. So start out with those. Runes are really easy to flip as well, super high volume. Some other great ones are adamant darts, rune darts. Those are 2 really great ammo flips you can do. Dragon arrows as well are going to be really great for you to flip with a 5 mil stack. On top of that, house teleport tabs are great. You can't really do air orbs with 5 mil, or I wouldn't, but you could do like sharks, monkfish, manta rays, karambwans, and all the raw versions as well. And those are going to be some great flips to try with 5 mil as well. Again, stick to really high volume items that are traded a ton on the Grand Exchange, especially with a 5 mil cash stack. It is absolutely critical when you're flipping with a 5 mil cash stack that you do not take too much risk, because if you take risk and you lose your money, you're going to be demotivated, and you're going to be you're going to be making less profit per hour, and you at that level of that cash stack, you really don't want to do that. How do you check margins for expensive items without losing a lot, says Judes. Basically, Judes, what I do... Oh, we did get the Twisted Bow, by the way. What I do is I use a site called GE Tracker to actually see where the item is trading around. And once I get that price information, what I'm actually able to do is guess where the item is trading around. So... for example, this Twisted Bow, what I did to find where the margin was on this Twisted Bow, and to be honest, I still don't even know where it is, but I know, now that we have one, I know where the buy price is around, right? So, considering that, I know, for example, we bought the Twisted Bow, and I know for a fact that the Twisted Bow usually trades between a 800k to like a 1 mil margin. So what I do is I list it back for about a 1 mil margin once I have it and see if it sells. As far as the buy offer goes though, and then every like 5 to 10 minutes it doesn't sell, I'll knock it down maybe like 150, 200k until we do have a sell offer. But when I'm trying to buy one, it's basically the same thing but in reverse. So I'll list an item in there, I'll just wait for it to buy. If it doesn't buy for like 7-10 minutes, then I'll knock up the margin, maybe 250k or so, and then I'll try to wait for it to buy again. And I just keep slowly hiking that offer up until I'm able to buy one. And right there, we just got a Twisted Bow. So I mean, now we're waiting to sell that thing back, and we do have that margin information. We know where these things are buying around. So now we're just going to wait and see where we can sell it around, and hopefully it sells pretty quickly so we can secure that profit. 287 mil. Let's go ahead and do the Justiciar leg guards next, guys. We did do the face guards and they did really well, so I would like to check out the leg guards as well. See if maybe we can make a little bit of money trading those, but it doesn't really look like too crazy of a margin for me today. So we're going to do the Dragonfire Shield instead. Dragonfire Shield, again, this is like an item that doesn't have a great margin, but it trades pretty consistently for the most part. So we'll see if we can get one of those going. And decent margin on it today too, which is great. We'll list a few of those. List them, let them do their thing. And I'm hoping, dude, I'm really hoping we can get that Twisted Bow off without too much trouble here, guys. Anyway, massive profits, of course, says Wesley. Hey, you know, I like that safe, consistent profit, man. And that's what's gotten me to my cash stack. But, of course, each flipper to their own, man. Because I know those huge flips are super exciting. Let's actually knock up the margin on the Sanguesti as well. We did sell a Sanguesti, right? So we shouldn't really be too afraid to knock the margin on this thing up just a little bit. And we'll try to get 3 of them here. Let's see. El Jacko says, any PK items are good when you have low cash stacks. I would agree if they're like PK consumables, like, you know, things maybe like prayer potions and stuff like that, or like combat potions or super restores, or brews. Those are really good, like consumable stuff, but I wouldn't really flip gear with a cash tag of 5 mil. You just don't have enough money to invest into gear pieces. And like for example, if you want to buy a Carol's leather top, that's going to be like over half your cash tag for one item. It's probably not really worth your time. Again, in my experience, in my opinion, how I would flip it, I would not be flipping any armor with a 5 mil stack. Let's go ahead and list these imbued hearts back as well. We'll get 4 of those going here. Are you not worried about that grimy Renar weed not buying? It's still buying. It's just really slow. Anytime this timer resets to 0, it means we bought a quantity of the item. So even if this sits for like 15 minutes, turns red, and I usually give it like 20 minutes because I know the grimy Renar weed does fluctuate a fair bit, and I'm not really worried if it takes a little bit longer. This is more of a passive flip, right? This is something you list and you kind of just hands off and let it do its thing. It's probably going to work out for us. So I know that from experience flipping this item. You can just honestly let it sit for a while and you'll usually be okay. To be honest, this is a good plugin you're using. Ice, it is called Flipping Utilities. It is on RuneLite. It is an amazing plugin. I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. It is the best thing that has come to flipping, in my personal opinion. SCW Benny says, if you have a 5 mil stack, Sears rings usually have about a 15k margin, and they are very safe. Yeah, you could do Sears rings. Yeah, again, they're still going to run you a fair bit of money if you do a limit of them. But that's up to you. I mean, I wouldn't do Sears rings personally, but again, not until like 10 mil. Even at 10 mil, I usually wouldn't do them. But again, of course, your opinion as well. Everyone has like a different flipping style. My flipping style is very safe and conservative. Like, I like to make consistent gains. I try not to take too many risky positions unless like we're trying to have fun and we just do some risky stuff. I'm a little bit more keen to taking a lot of risk now, right? Because I have a lot of money at this point in game and I've been flipping for a while. So if I lose like a couple mil here and there, it's not really a big deal, especially if we're trying to chase a major gain. But if I was trying to conserve my cash and be really strict about flipping, I would not take a lot of risk, because honestly, you don't need to take a lot of risk to make good profit. That's a big misconception people have, is like they think you have to take these massive risks to make good money by flipping. It's just not the case at all. You can flip consistent items constantly and you'll be able to make like easily 10 mil a day. Easily. Honestly, I could make 20 mil a day with very low effort. I just have to put in the time and actually find the margins and flip some stuff. But if I put that time in and put that effort in, the only thing is like the time. That's the hardest part, is finding the time, literally. Like overnights, even alone, can make you half that. 3K Skill says, what are you aiming for now that you've reached max cash? Two things. One, I'm thinking of a series that I can do related to flipping. That's like one goal of mine right now. And two, my second goal monetarily is 10 billion GP. So we're trying to make our way to 10 bill. We're going to see if we can get there. I mean, I do assume we will at some point, but it might take a little bit longer than, a year, right? So anyway. Let's turn around these Sanguestis as well, guys. Hopefully they sell relatively quick. I think they will. We're going to turn around the grimy Renar weed as well, because we are coming up on that hour. We'll do... That sounds about right. Bandos God Sword, we'll leave that for a little bit longer, but we're going to change the Dragonfire Shield as well. Sell that back. No luck selling this Twisty Bow yet. We'll knock it down a little bit. Looks about right. If we can sell that Twisted Bow, we're going to clear that 5 mil mark. So we just need to get it off in the next 3 minutes or so would be preferable. 2 Grand Man says, will you ever max cash 2 accounts and stream both GEs on the same screen, then maybe up to 4? Possibly. I mean, I didn't really think about that. I would like to do the only reason we're not flipping on 2 accounts today, we'll start it next stream, okay? Next stream, we're going to do the 2 account flipping, just because we've been doing it in the past and I've kind of taken it away for a bit, and because of the 10 to 100 mil series. I'd like to finish that before I really do 2 accounts on stream, but I'm going to ignore that. We're going to do 2 accounts on stream next stream. The only reason we're not doing it today is because I'm not going to pop a bond onto my alt account when I'm not going to be able to use the bond for like basically, you know, 5-6 days, right? So I'm not going to pop it yet, but it definitely will for next stream. 2 Gram Man says, imagine 32 GE slots, lol. 2 Gram, dude, we did a stream flipping on 6 accounts, man. You can look it up. Go look it up on my channel. We did flipping on 6 accounts, bro. Literally so many slots to manage. It was like one of the most fun streams I've done. Like, it was definitely up there, one of my favorite streams, just because the concept was so freaking crazy. But anyway, guys, we just cleared the 5 million GP mark, so really freaking solid session today. We're absolutely smacking the Grand Exchange around, and it's going really, really well right now. And all we really need to top this session off right here is getting that Twisted Bow. That's really the only thing I want, is to sell that thing off. We did buy in for a relatively high price, but I do think we're going to be able to sell it for a relatively high price as well. So we'll have to see. 2 Grand Man says, oosh, I missed that, lol. It was a great stream, dude. Stu Flea says, 2-hour stream. He also says, hola. Good to see you, Stu. No, we're going to be wrapping it up here in a minute, but I'm going to let it run because I want to see if I can get this Twisted Bow off in time, and really hoping we can, to be honest. Sorry, I had to send a text. And the Grimy Ren Arweed is selling as well, so that's very good to see. Dude, I'm freaking sweating, man. And there's a Twisted Bow, dude. There it is. All right, we'll try to run a few more Twisted Bow flips here in the short term, because we did actually get that off. So maybe we can try to flip a few of these before we end the stream, just for the content. You know what I mean? Try to like knock up that profit per hour here, since we are averaging about 6 mil an hour at this point. 5.9 mil. We're basically at the hour mark though, so we'll just say like 5.9 mil an hour. Stu Flea says, solid session it seems like. Dude, insane session today. I mean, we weren't even really trying that hard, but we made 1.8 mil on the Bandos Tacits, which, like, what? Like, the Tacits? Which is, it's not the first time I've made an incredible amount on the Tacits, but it is very rare that happens. Like, probably happens twice a year, so there's one time. We'll have to see when it happens next. It's like, sometimes you just catch it at a really weird point in time where, like, there's just a huge disparity in the margin and you just can flip it for a ton. So we got lucky on that, I guess. But hey, flipping is all about luck sometimes, right? It's all about, like, first of all, it's all about solid analysis, but sometimes it's a little bit about luck as well. Active flipping is basically all luck. You're just looking for good items to flip for a decent profit. Oh my god, my room is like 1,000 degrees. Can you see I'm sweating? Okay, we're going to let the Twisted Bow sit until like the 3-minute mark, then we'll cut it. Fingers crossed, though. Maybe we can get another one. We'll have to see. It's always satisfying, though, when you see like 6 mil an hour on your flipping utilities tracker. It feels awesome. It's good, though, because I haven't done a lot of flipping. The last time I really did a flipping session was Monday when we did the last stream. So I haven't really done too much besides that as far as flipping goes. But I've just been busy. I haven't really been playing RuneScape that much, and it's not because I haven't wanted to, it's just I really haven't had the time to, and I really want to make a video today as well, but we'll see if that actually happens or not. But regardless, we did get another Twisted Bow, guys, and we're going to turn around and sell that again, man. Super solid. Hopefully we can sell that off, top off a nice like 6.5 mil profit on the stream today. That would be incredible. The only thing that's not really working is these magic longbows, which we're just going to sell them for a 3 GP margin, and we're just going to let them sit there and just kind of sell off this entire time. I mean, today has been crazy, so it's not like we really needed the magic longbows at all. I mean, look at that. We basically have this almost 6 mil profit in an hour. I mean, what were we, like, what was it, 5.9 mil in an hour, I think. We just passed the hour mark as well. We have Freeman OSRS saying, everyone liked the stream. What's up, Freeman, man? Good to see you. Freeman has a series where he is maxing an account in a year. So if you haven't seen his channel, he's doing something crazy over there. And thank you for stopping by, Freeman. Do appreciate it. Encouraging everybody to smack that like button. And that's what I do appreciate. So thank you, Freeman, and welcome to the stream, man. Unfortunately, you kind of caught it towards the end here, but at least you got to see the profit that we made. All right, fingers crossed to get this twisted bow off here. El Jacko says, wait, where on the flipping utilities plugin does it tell you your profit per hour? There's two tabs at the top. You'll see flipping and statistics. It's right under where it says join the community with the Discord button. By the way, the flipping utilities community is really awesome as well. We're actually partnered with them. So if you join their Discord, you're going to see our Discord too. And they have another awesome flipping community. So you can go check that out too. I know I'm like stumbling on my words today. Oh my God. But regardless. So yeah, there's two tabs at the top. One says flipping, one says statistics. Click statistics, and that's where it's going to show you your profit per hour. All right, we'll give another minute on that T-bow here. Whew. Has it ever happened to you, like, you go into a building when it's, like, midwinter, and it's, like, really warm inside, but then after, like, 10 minutes of being inside, you're like, wait, it's not just warm in here, it's an inferno in here. That's kind of what my room is right now. We are waiting for this last twisted bow to sell. Come on, please sell and give us that nice profit per hour. Would appreciate it. We'll have to see if it does. I mean, I do assume if we leave it like after the stream, obviously it's going to sell, but it's always nice to get it sold on stream so we can contribute it to this profit per hour. And it's kind of the same thing with the Zamaraki and Hasta. The Grimy Renar Weed's not going to sell very quickly, so I do expect that to sell off stream. But it would be nice to get some of these other items moved before we end the stream. But anyway, guys, we're just going to wrap it up there today. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. Just a quick announcement as well. This will be the last stream this week until next Wednesday, okay? So no streams for a whole week. I know. What are you going to do, man? But anyway, I'm just a little bit busy, and I have to... I'm just taking like a little vacation. So anyway, no more justification on that. But definitely join us on Discord if you want to communicate with us. I'll definitely be active in there as well. And besides that, guys, thank you for tuning in today, and thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next live stream. And yeah, today was incredible. I mean, 6 mil in an hour, really awesome. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Do appreciate it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.